Happy New Year. Hoping that this new year is the best year of your life. This is Father Mark over at Christ Redeemer Catholic Church in Thibodaux, wishing you a Happy New Year and doing so inside week 2 of a series, which is our gift to you, entitled Choosing to Live. Hoping that this next year is the best year of our life. And if that's going to happen, then we need to live our lives just a little bit different. This week, we've been talking about how we can live present to the present moment. Yesterday, we talked about being present to the people in our midst. And one of the things that is a part of our presence to people is conversation. And if we're going to have a conversation about conversation, we probably need to at least admit that conversation is a lost art. It seems like it's one of those things where we're quickly in atrophy in our comfort level with. Perhaps that's because of the amount of time that we spend in front of screens, whether those be screens on a TV or screens on a computer, screens on a phone or a tablet or anything like that. But the more time that we are present to communicating with people that aren't in our presence, right, through the screen, then that's going to influence our ability, our comfort level, our freedom and ease of being present to people when they are not in front of a screen, when they're actually in front of us, and we have to have conversation with them. What I have found in my life, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, is that I am becoming more influenced by communication via the screen than I'd like to. It has tightened my attention span. It has increased my thirst for immediate gratification. I want answers and information now. And that's very different than actually having a real conversation with people. In other words, I think there's a difference between hearing people and listening to people, right? And if we're going to have a conversation with someone, one thing that would actually help us today is if we could focus on actually listening to them rather than hearing them. I find myself in conversation with people more and more these days where I feel like they're actually not listening to what I'm saying. They're actually just waiting for the next time that they can talk. And I think that there's a lot of reasons why we have been formed in that direction. But if you find yourself really just hearing people so that eventually you can talk, I don't think we're really listening to people. If we're going to be in conversation, we got to let that unfold naturally. We have to be present to the ease of a non-frenetic pace, which is why we started with pace on Sunday. If we're going to be present to conversation, then I think we have to allow ourselves to be present to the people in our midst and actually ask more questions than say words. So I'm going to give you actually a tip today, and I want to encourage you to do one thing today in conversation. And it might sound a little weird, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to be present to people, and I want you to be present to conversation. And instead of being focused on what you're going to say, how about today be focused on what you can ask? Sometimes the art of conversation is asking the right questions. And I'm not just talking on a superficial level, but actually asking questions that will take us deeper than the superficial level. One thing that you can do today to enjoy conversation with people and to be more present to them is to ask more questions than to state your own statements. Let's work on that today. Let's see if we can have some conversation with people. Let's see if we can ask them to tell us more about who they are. Tomorrow when we come back, we're going to have a conversation together about how showing up for conversations is half the battle. And until we see you, enjoy those conversations, enjoy those people, enjoy the present moment, and until we continue, God bless you.